Hello, my name is Ugochi Jadril from Team 3, and together with my teammates, Fayomi Abosede and Damenia Sonika, we'll be talking about the topic toward an action-based view of dynamic capabilities for international business. This article discusses the importance of dynamic capabilities in today's international business realities. It highlights the need for companies to develop and deploy such capabilities to adapt to changes and exploit opportunities arising from various factors. The international business realities and context requires companies to develop and effectively deploy dynamic capabilities to achieve evolutionary fitness and to adapt to changes in the business environment. These changes include technological, social, geopolitical, institutional, and economic changes. As we go along in the article, we'll clarify how dynamic capabilities are tailored to the specific international business context. We'll also talk about the entrepreneurial foundations and actions essential for this, and we'll provide suggestions on how future international business research should explore these issues. Dynamic capabilities, which we'll call DCs for short, are crucial for multinational enterprises and companies operating across borders to adapt and grow sustainably. The ever-changing international business landscape demands effective and agile cross-border orchestration, integration, renewal, reconfiguration, and upgrading of resources for success. The recent shift in the global economic landscape and deglobalization complexity has made it necessary for companies to develop dynamic capabilities to succeed in international markets. To make this actionable for multinational enterprises, otherwise known as MNEs, executive and entrepreneurs must develop and effectively deploy them to achieve success in international markets. And not just deploying them, but they must play key roles in the deployment. This requires attention to their underlying processes, entrepreneurial foundations, and unique conducts that can address new international business realities. Multinational enterprises need to gain an advantage in the contemporary international marketplace by developing dynamic capabilities that address those new realities in international business. In order to better understand the literature landscape on dynamic capabilities and appreciate its relevance for international business, a scoping search was conducted for the period 1997 to 2020, and this is shown in the graph on the slide. Looking at it, we can see that during this period, there was an exponential growth of studies on dynamic capabilities. Conversely, there was a disproportionate low growth rate of studies on dynamic capabilities in international business during the same period. This could be because there was a scarcity and narrow reach of studies that have integrated dynamic capability thinking and international business related topics. Research on dynamic capabilities in international business remains limited and fragmented, and there are certain limitations and shortcomings. But looking at the graph, we can see how it has risen from year to year from 1997 to 2020. It rose from 1997 up until 2017, 2018, and then there was a growth also in 2019, but then there was a dip in 2020. The concept of dynamic capabilities has been related to firm-specific advantages, which we will call FSAs for short, in the international business literature. What then are FSAs? FSAs refer to the unique bundles of resources in the form of organizational routines and capabilities that are both dynamic in nature and can lead to evolutionary fitness. In other words, the resources that are unique to a particular firm that makes it able to adapt to certain changes in business. It also explains how multinational enterprises can interact with host countries to develop novel recombination of country-specific advantages (CSAs for short) and the FSAs held by their internationally dispersed units. Thirdly, DCs facilitate resource deployment and alignment with the environmental dynamics of a host country and the organizational needs of the multinational enterprises network. In other words, DCs help firms to adapt to the country, the host country where they are doing business in. Scholars identified three essential clusters of activities that enable the emergence of DCs. These clusters include sensing opportunities and threats, seizing and neutralizing the opportunities and threats, and reconfiguring organizational processes, sets, and routines. Finally, DC's perspective assumes but goes beyond the premise of owning and controlling superior assets and resources. So we'll be defining dynamic capability, and it's defined as the firm's ability to effectively build, bundle, mobilize, integrate, reconfigure, upgrade, and protect critical resources to address rapidly changing environments. What this means, in essence, is how the firm is able to efficiently and consistently develop, combine, adjust, and safeguard essential resources that it has in order to tackle any changing circumstances globally and in markets where it operates. For the next two slides, we'll be talking about the key properties of DCs, and there are five of them. The first one is plurality. The success of MNEs depends on their ability to undertake actions that enable them develop new business models, innovative organizational designs, and competitive strategies that give them an edge over others. In order to be responsive to regional, national, and subnational demands, MNEs need to be adaptable and able to reconfigure themselves in a creative and timely manner. This requires a plurality of actions that can occur at different levels, as well as a multitude of boundary-spanning interactions in an international setting. Additionally, MNEs must also interact with various social and political institutions and actors over time, such as regulators, standard-setting bodies, laws, social norms, and business ethics, as well as complementors and suppliers. The second one, integration. Because emphasis on plurality can sometimes result in inefficiencies and redundancies, integration plays a vital role in enabling multinational enterprises to leverage knowledge and resources dispersed across various organizational and geographical contexts. Integration mechanisms such as centralization of decision-making, standardization of organizational processes, and shared values and cultures can help address these issues. Integration also facilitates the development of DCs by allowing MNEs to integrate both internal and external knowledge. Evolution. The process of making DCs actionable involves continuous development and reconfiguration of resource bundles, which takes place across multiple layers of embeddedness. This process can be compared to a self-regulating system of interdependent relationship, where change and learning are crucial. The DC's framework acknowledges the need for constant evolution and calibration over time, which leads to the generation of new ideas for upgrading existing resources bundles and promoting entrepreneurial activities. MNEs need to build networks with various business ecosystem players such as international suppliers, competitors, and supporting service providers. Dynamism. The constantly changing and diverse international business landscapes requires MNEs to be highly flexible and adaptable through cross-border resource and capability deployment, orchestration, reconfiguration, and upgrading. Disruptive technologies, digitized globalization, the emergence of new players, fast market changes, and geopolitical complexities are reshaping the way international firms operate, making it important and challenging to organize their operations in ways that are flexible, integrated, and resilient. And lastly, idiosyncrasies. In order to benefit from DC thinking, MNEs must rethink their governance structures, refigure their value chain activities and innovation networks, and protect their tactics expertise, knowledge, signature processes, and business models from misappropriation. MNE signature processes, which are developed over time and supported by administrative heritage, must make it difficult for competitors to identify, observe, or imitate, thereby safeguarding their value creating potential. So this figure shows us a summary of what we've been talking about in the previous slides. And in summary, operating in international business necessitates the development of DCs that exhibits plurality, dynamism, integration, evolution, and idiosyncrasy. These properties require special skills to develop, orchestrate, and make actionable in practice, especially in the face of environmental forces such as deglobalization.
Now I'll be taking you through entrepreneurial actions for dynamic capabilities. And I'm going to start with the significance of dynamic capabilities in international business. Dynamic capabilities are so important in adapting to a rapidly changing global markets. They are what allow companies to adapt, learn, and innovate in response to evolving market conditions. Earlier reviews on the current state of the literature of dynamic capabilities in international business revealed that limited attention has been given to the connection between entrepreneurship and the disease, especially in international settings. The current studies on this topic are fragmented and predominantly focused on multinational enterprises rather than international new ventures. This part of the presentation aims to shed light on how entrepreneurial actions drive dynamic capabilities, with a particular focus on international business and often overlooked international new ventures. Now, let's discuss the core characteristics of dynamic capabilities. There are four core characteristics of dynamic capabilities, which are flexibility, adaptation, learning, and resource integration. These core characteristics are crucial for firms operating in the dynamic landscape of international business. They are the pillars that support a company's ability to not only survive but also thrive in the ever-changing global marketplace. Firms that excel in these areas are better equipped to navigate the complexities of the global markets. They can also adapt to change and seize the opportunities that arise. Now, let's explore entrepreneurship's role in building dynamic capabilities within the international business landscape. There are three components of entrepreneurship. The first one is sensing, second one is sizing, and the third one is transforming. These components have great impact on a firm's ability to adapt, innovate, and thrive. The first key role of entrepreneurship is sensing. Entrepreneurs are naturally skilled at recognizing emerging trends and opportunities in the international market. They possess a heightened awareness of changes in customer preferences, market dynamics, and emerging technologies. Sensing is the ability to identify these shifts and understand how they might impact the business. For international firms, this capability is crucial in remaining agile and responsive to global trends. The second element, which is sizing, is about taking proactive actions to capture opportunities. Entrepreneurs are not content with merely identifying opportunities, they are driven to act swiftly and decisively. In the international business context, sizing opportunities might involve entering new markets, launching innovative products, or transforming strategic partnerships. Sizing allows firms to gain a competitive edge by being at the forefront of market development. Lastly, the role of entrepreneurship in transforming. Entrepreneurs are leaders in adapting and reshaping resources and processes to align with dynamic business environments. This transformative mindset ensures that the companies can evolve, alongside the changing international landscape. Entrepreneurs are not afraid to challenge the status quo, and this ability to transform is pivotal in building dynamic capabilities that enable firms to stay relevant and successful. Now, let's delve into the process of making dynamic capabilities actionable. This is about ensuring that these capabilities are not just theoretical constructs, but becoming organizationally purposeful, useful, and ultimately productive. It involves a series of strategic steps that are vital for international business success. First and foremost, international firms must invest to keep their dynamic capabilities current and effectively developed, remain relevant and valuable in dynamic market landscape. Secondly, there must be involvement of senior executives. Leadership plays a crucial role in setting the direction for making dynamic capabilities actionable. Senior executives must be actively involved in the process. Multinational enterprises executives also take the crucial responsibility of setting strategic goals for international expansion. These goals provide a clear roadmap for the organization. Setting strategic goals shapes the direction in which dynamic capabilities should be developed and utilized. Another way is learning from experience. Exploiting existing competencies is another fundamental aspect of making dynamic capabilities actionable. Learning from past experiences, both successes and failures, allows firms to fine tune their capabilities. This process ensures that lessons are absorbed and applied, leading to more effective capabilities. Lastly, making dynamic capabilities actionable requires having entrepreneurial top management teams leading the charge. These teams are not just responsible for building these capabilities, but also for sustaining them. They ensure that the capabilities remain dynamic, relevant, and aligned with the evolving needs of the international business landscape. By following these steps, international firms can transform their capabilities into active tools that drive success and competitiveness in the global arena. Now, let's take a closer look at the key challenges that multinational enterprises encounter when aligning their strategic goals with their dynamic capabilities. This alignment is vital for their success in the international business arena. Firstly, risk of failure. One of the primary challenges is the inherent risk of failure. When multinational enterprises embark on the journey to align their strategies with dynamic capabilities, they often face the risk of not getting it right the first time. Experimentation is essential, but it also carries the potential for setbacks. Multinational enterprises must now navigate this risk while striving to achieve alignment. Another challenge is that the process of aligning strategy with dynamic capabilities can raise the cost of operation. Experimentation and adaptation demand resources, financial, human, and time. Multinational enterprises may need to allocate additional budgets and manpower to ensure that the alignment is successful. This can be a daunting task for organizations, particularly if they are operating in highly competitive international markets. Lastly, time and energy consuming. Aligning strategy with dynamic capabilities is a time and energy consuming endeavor. It involves careful planning, analysis, and commitment of personnel at various levels of the organizations. Multinational enterprises must invest substantial time and effort in the process, which can be draining, especially when faced with fierce global competition and need for rapid adaptation. These challenges are not to be underestimated. However, they are part and parcel of the journey towards ensuring that dynamic capabilities are effectively aligned with strategic goals. Multinational enterprises that successfully navigate these challenges gain a competitive edge in the international business landscape. Moving on to the Canadian multinational company example, we found an interesting company called Bombardier. Bombardier is a multinational Canadian business jet manufacturer. Its headquarters is in Montreal, and the company was founded in 1942 by Joseph Ahmad Bombardier. The company revenue as at 2022 was 6.9 billion USD. Bombardier is currently in more than 12 countries. They have more than 15,000 employees, and Bombardier has been recognized as one of the world's biggest producers of aircraft and trains. Now, let's look at how Bombardier leverages entrepreneurship to make its dynamic capabilities actionable. Bombardier makes its dynamic capabilities actionable in several ways. Firstly, innovation and new product development. Bombardier's entrepreneurial approach involves a strong focus on innovation and new product development. The company invests in research and development to create cutting edge products and solutions, such as advanced aircraft and transportation systems. This innovation drive mindset ensures that their dynamic capabilities are put into action by staying at the forefront of technology and market trends. Secondly, market sensing. Entrepreneurial managers at Bombardier are responsible for sensing market opportunities and shifts in customer preferences by actively engaging with customers, partners, and stakeholders to identify emerging trends and demands. In addition, agile decision making. Entrepreneurship encourages agile decision making within the organization. Bombardier's leaders and managers are empowered to make quick decisions to seize opportunities or respond to threats. Another great way is resource allocation. Bombardier strategically allocates its resources to support entrepreneurial initiatives in its organization. I'll also talk about risk taking. Entrepreneurship inherently involves a degree of risk taking. Bombardier embraces calculated risk in its entrepreneurial activities. This willingness to take risks allows the company to explore new opportunities and, if successful, integrates the knowledge and experiences gained into its dynamic capabilities. Adaptation and learning is another way that Bombardier is making its dynamic capabilities actionable by fostering a culture of continuous learning and adaptation. Entrepreneurial managers and employees are encouraged to learn from both successes and failures, applying these lessons to improve processes, products, and strategies. In addition, external collaboration. Entrepreneurship at Bombardier extends to collaborating with external partners, including suppliers, research institutions, and industry associations. These collaborations provide fresh perspectives and knowledge, contributing to the company's capability to transform and integrate new resources into their dynamic capability. Lastly, entrepreneurship. Bombardier promotes entrepreneurship within its workforce, allowing employees to develop and pursue innovative ideas and projects within the company. By embracing entrepreneurship and incorporating it into the fabric of the organization, Bombardier actively makes its dynamic capabilities actionable. The company's commitment to innovation, market sensing, agile decision making, resource allocation, risk taking, adaptation and learning, external collaboration, and entrepreneurship all work together to ensure that dynamic capabilities remain aligned with, with the evolving needs of the aerospace and transportation industries. This, in turn, position Bombardier to effectively respond to market changes, create value, and maintain a competitive edge.
At the heart of our study lies the essence of dynamic capabilities, the bedrock upon which successful international enterprises are built. Dynamic capabilities, as we know, empower firms to adapt, innovate, and gain a competitive edge in the ever-shifting sands of global markets. Multinational enterprises operate in multifaceted and complex environments. Dynamic capabilities emerge as the guiding light, enabling these enterprises to navigate challenges, seize opportunities, and achieve sustainable growth. Understanding the strategic deployment of dynamic capabilities in this context becomes not just a choice but a necessity. In our study, we have dwelled in this into the symbiotic relationship between exploratory and exploitative activities within M&Es, balancing innovation and current capabilities through strategic deployment of dynamic capabilities emerges as a critical determinant of success. We've examined how this deployment influences value creation in international markets, shedding light on the nuanced interplay of innovation and stability. In the world of international business, the synergy between exploration and exploitation is paramount. Exploratory activities drive innovation, while exploitative efforts refine these ideas. Dynamic capabilities serve as the bridge ensuring this balance. Through strategic deployment, we innovate while leveraging existing strengths. This equilibrium fosters agility and sustains our competitive edge in a rapidly changing world. Understanding the interplay between autonomous and induced strategic behaviors is key. We've dissected the autonomous actions initiated by M&Es, subsidiaries, managers, and employees. Simultaneously, we've explored the induced behaviors sanctioned by corporate headquarters to meet strategic goals. This exploration has led to thought provoking questions, especially concerning the spatial, temporal, and political dimensions of these interactions. Throughout the course of the study, we delve deep into the diverse activities and processes associated with the deployment of dynamic capabilities. We've meticulously examined the factors influencing firms' ability to deploy these capabilities across international markets. The role of international business context, including geography, culture, institutions, and history, has been dissected to understand how it shapes the very fabric of dynamic capabilities within M&Es. Entrepreneurial activities have emerged as catalysts in the realm of dynamic capabilities. By focusing on effective deployment, we've explored how M&Es stimulate entrepreneurial initiatives, leading to the evolution of existing dynamic capabilities. Knowledge integration has been a focal point, showcasing its impact on the development and deployment of these crucial capabilities. We now move ahead to the conclusion and findings from the study, which is also the last leg of our presentation. Our journey began with a clear aim to develop an actionable agenda for the dynamic capabilities perspective in international business. We envision contributing significantly to the study of cross-national business activities in our ever-evolving complex global context. In our exploration, we encountered groundbreaking insights. For instance, the study by Arakin and colleagues challenged traditional notions. They focused on stability of heritage endowments, emphasizing the strategic importance of scanning, buffering, and preserving assets for M&Es operating in international markets. Similarly, the work by Goard highlighted the recursive nature of DC development, emphasizing the importance of legitimizing, leveraging, and launching capacities in M&Es. Moving deeper, our scholars explored internal processes and capacity clusters. The research by Distel and colleagues demonstrated how hiring entrepreneurial talent significantly enhances DCs in M&Es and subsidiaries. Their findings emphasized actionable approaches, showcasing the pivotal role by strategic hiring practices. Additionally, Tasheva and Nelson's work unraveled the realm of global dynamic managerial capability, revealing how micro-foundational capacities aid managers in navigating diverse institutional environments. Their study underscored the influence of GDMC in deploying firm-level DCs, leading to improved performance. Our exploration extended to the external environment. The study by Zhang, Xi, Li, and Cheng explored how global demand shapes the development of DCs in MNEs. Their research underscored the significance of external conditions, emphasizing the need to tailor DC processes and resource bundles according to market demands. Additionally, this paper delved into the realm of environmental sustainability. Their findings illuminated the sequential nature of sensing, seizing, reconfiguring capacities in the context of environmental sustainability, showcasing the adaptive strategies MNEs employ in response to growing pressures for sustainability. Understanding the complexity of DCs is pivotal. These constructs are inherently complex and multidimensional, demanding a careful balance in orchestrating and aligning resource bundles and firm-specific advantages within MNEs. Entrepreneurial thinking emerges as a powerful force, enhancing orchestration and reconfiguration activities. Moreover, external contingencies guide the renewal and upgrading of MNEs, DCs, ensuring continuous adaptation to the dynamic international markets. Lastly, our findings present intriguing avenues for future research. These studies have opened doors for deeper exploration in the nuances of DCs in MNEs and INVs. As scholars and practitioners, we are encouraged to delve deeper into the identified dimensions and methodologies, fostering a profound understanding of DCs in the ever changing landscape of global business activities.